I'm Frehner. I've been lighting Calgary Opera shows for more than 10 years, closer to 15 years, and occasionally we do our own new productions. We bring in hopefully local designers, because Calgary Opera is very Calgary-centric, which is excellent. So Scott Reid is a local designer, and he also does lighting design and set design. So this time around we're trying a whole new approach, which is that we're going to work on all the design aspects except costumes together, which is pretty cool, in the idea that two minds are better than one.
This is my third Calgary Opera. The second time that third time me and Harry have worked together, but like Harry said, this is the first time that we're co-designing both set and lights for the production.
This is kind of an opera with a little bit of a personality disorder, shall we say. It's based on the Faust story, which is lots of necromancy and dealings with the devil and all that. But the guy that wrote the opera actually fell in love with the character of Marguerite, who's the innocent. So we have kind of two storylines going on here. We've got the Mephistopheles storyline, which is that Faust conjures up the devil and all that, because there's a whole history of that kind of necromancy in the late 1700s, early 1800s, yep. French and German Romanticism. There's that story, and then there's the story of the innocent, which when he was young, he fell in love with this character, and he thought that he should write an opera about her. So in fact, what we did was try to find a zone or a line between the two. In terms of the design, you will see circles, which is based on bits of the necromancy idea. You'll find there'll be shadows on the projection screens. We wanted a very simple idea. There's the disc of life between heaven and hell. There will be silks that come down from the gods, and there will be the red light of hell underneath the wafer of the stage. So all of these things are all built into the concept of the show. What do we call it? An adult parable.
Parable, yeah.
It's based on a kind of a sense. It has a sense of parable, so that the stuff's iconic as opposed to realistic, and as opposed to just evoking one era or another. They're kind of ideas that are universal. There's a church window that represents all church windows that she goes. But this setting that we've created will work inside any era.
And very much that was the goal, was really to place it in that it could be, that it has a relevance in today as much as it does back when the original tale of Faust was created. Well, the director is really the controlling factor, along with the script itself. Obviously, the opera itself dictates certain things, and then the director really feeds into that, what direction the production takes. So in many ways, they're steering everybody, and they at the same time have to bring everybody together to a common goal. So really nothing happens without them. It's very much a collaboration. I think that's what's great about a live event, is that it's all a collaboration. It isn't the two of us that execute the design. I think quite often the misconception is that the designer also builds the scenery, paints the scenery, puts it up in the theater and runs it, where really we plant the seed, but there's lots of people along the way that contribute to the execution of the design. I mean, we're merely the starting point.
Okay, there's 8 out there building the set.
Yeah.
When we get into the theater, there's going to be another 25.
Yeah.
Putting it all together.
And there's going to be
and then
10 running it.
There's going to be another 10 people running it.
There's going to be 2 or 3 painters. There'll be people working on props. There'll probably be 2 or 3 running props. I mean, you could easily approach 50 without even.
And then there's projection, and then there's lighting.
Yeah.
I
mean, you could probably get to 100. Calgary Opera is actually producing new works. Is actually producing new scenery, which is something that's very commendable to them, because it doesn't happen very often in the world of opera. I mean, it's quite often that you're renting stuff. So to have people contribute locally is absolutely fantastic, and I think creates a very strong company in Calgary Opera.